What's going on, Vikings fans? Skol side back again with another Minnesota Vikings video. Brand new setup. I thought, I got a new Justin Jefferson jersey, got a new plaque, get the flag in there, and I was just deciding, let's switch it up. Let's go with something different. Anyways, it's not the topic of this video. Topic of the video, ever since the Onyeka Ngakoue trade, I've been thinking, who is next? Because I think this could be a fire sale for the Minnesota Vikings where they just let everybody go. So I'm going to give you guys my top 5 Minnesota Vikings players that could be traded either before the trade deadline or before the start of next season. We're working 5 to 1. Anyways, let's get right into it. So in this order, I'm going 5 to 1. Obviously, 5 is going to be a person who kind of has a chance to get traded. Do I think so? No. 1 is somebody who I really think is going to get traded. Anyways, with that being said, number 5 is number 99, and it hurts me to say this, but Danielle Hunter. Obviously, Danielle won't be traded this year because he is on the IR. However, Ian Rappaport tweeted yesterday he is out for the year. Could this lead to a potential trade for the Minnesota Vikings in the future with Danielle Hunter? Now, this really sucks to hear because Danielle, obviously one of my favorite players. I do think he has a chance to get traded, though. And I think it would be for a significant, haul. It'd have to be a first rounder, maybe 2, and then a pretty good player, and maybe cap space. Because Danielle Hunter, man, you're going to let somebody who's just about to hit their peak go. And I think only way Danielle Hunter is not a Minnesota Vikings is if they completely clean house and they get rid of everybody. And do I think that's going to happen? No, but I think there's a chance. And I think with the direction Spielman and the Vikings are going, there's a chance that could happen. Now, obviously, I don't think Danielle is going to get traded. However, I would not be shocked if he was. He's the 18th highest paid edge rusher in the NFL. He's going to be looking towards a deal. And if Vikings don't want to give him that money, he could be out the door. Anyways, Danielle Hunter at 5. All right, coming at number 4 is Harrison Smith. Now, Harry the Hitman, I was originally under the thought that Harrison Smith would have been way higher on this list, and I think he did have a good chance of being traded. However, getting more thought, I don't think he will be. I just think Harrison Smith, I think Zimmer has too much of a connection with him, and considering I do believe Anthony Harris will be traded, he's up on this list. I just don't see Harrison Smith getting shipped. I don't think Harrison Smith could be shipped to a contender because I don't think they'll get a significant bang for their buck if they would trade Harry, because Vikings would probably want a first or a second. I don't know if they would get that for him considering his age, his contract. Even though his contract is not that much, however, just his age, nobody would be willing to extend him to a 5-year deal that you see like Derwin James or Earl Thomas has gotten in recent history. However, I just think Harrison Smith will stay a Viking. I think he's going to retire here. I was really under the impression that he would be traded. However, I just don't think he is anymore. Anyways, Harrison Smith, he is a trade deadline target. However, I just don't think it's going to happen. He is at 4. All right, now my top 3 players are players I really think are going to be traded before the trade deadline. And coming in at number 3 is Anthony Harris, the other safety. I think Harris has a really good chance of being traded considering he's on a franchise tag. He's 29 years old. A contender could be like, hey, we'll throw you a second for him. Bring him over here. He could be a playmaker in our secondary. That's more of the route I see him taking. I really don't think it's that complicated either. I think the Vikings should do this. I think they should trade Anthony Harris, even though George Iloka just got sent on the IR with a torn ACL. I don't think Anthony Harris has that much value to us anymore, considering we're not trying to win right now, and I think his peak is behind him. I think he was a one-year wonder last year. I say we just get most bang for our buck that we can right now. Go get a second or third for him. Let these young guys in the secondary play more. Chris Boyd, let these other young secondary guys move to safety, see what we have, and lose games. And I think that's going to be the Vikings' plan for the rest of the year, is to lose games without saying you're losing. Anyways, I got Anthony Harris at number 3 as a trade deadline target. All right, coming in at number 2 is Riley Reiff, man. Riley, he just reconstructed his deal in the offseason, so he's a fairly cheap left tackle at the moment, $5 million a year, and he's been playing really well. And I think he could end up in Tennessee. They just lost their left tackle who they loved, and they are looking to replace him. Reiff, a big body, he wants to work. I think he would be down to leave Minnesota if he went to the right place too. They would just get him in that Tennessee offensive line system. That could be really deadly for the Titans, and I think that would be a great bang for the buck for both sides, where they could throw us a first or a second or a third or fourth, and we could just keep accumulating draft picks. And also another reason why I think Reef could be traded. If you looked at Ezra Cleveland this past week, he did not look too good at right guard. Yes, it was his first NFL start, but that's not his true position. And I think they want to play Cleveland at left tackle, or else I think they would have thrown him at guard way earlier. I do think Cleveland is meant to be a left tackle, and I think he will be the left tackle of the future. I think it's just a matter of time, and I think if you can ship Reef now, get whatever you can for him, send him to a contender, I think it'll be both. I guess both parties will be happy. Reef will be happy. The Vikings will be happy. And then we can also see what we have in Cleveland. Anyways, Riley Reef is my second most, I guess, likely to be traded Minnesota Vikings player. All right, and now my number one player I think is going to be traded, and, you know, it hurts me to say this, but it's Rudy. Rudy's making $10 million a year. I think the Vikings are trying to move off his contract. And Rudy, he's just a red zone target at this point. And I think the Vikings, from their side of things, I think they also want to see Irv Smith play a lot more. I do think Irv is almost as good or better as a blocker as Rudy is now. I know Rudy takes a lot of pride in that. However, just watching film, Irv has been great in the run game. He's been really one of the staples this season. And also we've seen him get over 50 yards the past 2 weeks over the air. I think Irv is just starting to break the surface on what he could be in the NFL, and I could really see a breakout year coming out of him next year, and I think that's what the Vikings need. I think they need to see me go all in on Irv, go all in on these young guys, get off Rudy's deal. And yeah, Rudy loves Minnesota, but I don't think he would be upset if you traded him to a contender who needs a red zone target, and he could have clutch touchdowns in Super Bowls, in playoff games. I think the Patriots are a potential team for him. They need a tight end. I could also see maybe another team in that division, maybe the Bills, trying to go get him. They could use him. I don't know. I could see Rudy just going somewhere and just kind of being a strictly red zone and run blocking tight end for somebody kind of like he is here. Anyways, Rudy, I think he's the most likely out the door next, considering his contract, considering Irv Smith, considering also a team could need a red zone tight end still of his caliber. Anyways, guys, hope you guys like the new setup. Let me know what you guys think, if you guys would want this or the old one. I think there's more to look at back here. Anyways, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a like, comment down below, sub to the channel. Love to hit 700 subs soon. Love the support. Peace. See you guys next time. Skol Vikes.